Books you should read based on your Spotify Wrapped Club. We have Full Charge Crew. Your club is committed to the endless party. Club events are high energy and zero chill. So what fundamental bottomless pit are you trying to convince yourself you're not at the edge of? High energy, zero chill. You know who else has zero chill? Me. Before I Forget by Tori Ann Wood centers around our protagonist, Cricket Campbell. Yeah, you heard that right. Her name is Cricket Campbell. Her father is diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and then when she goes to become his in-home caretaker, she realizes that as he is losing his memories, he has developed this ability to predict the future. Now, Cricket is at a place in her life that she describes as, typical quarter-life crisis. Sound familiar? Sorry, I'm not trying to make any assumptions about anybody, but it's here. It's here for you. I'm here for you. Humorous, sweet, and moving, but also deeply informative on the state of Alzheimer's perception and impact in our society. One line in the synopsis that really drove me to push this to the top of my TBR, though, was, sometimes the people we know best are the ones who surprise us the most. I thought that kind of stuck with me, so yeah. Such a fun time, but also harrowing and sad. Amber Young is your typical child star turned pop princess, and her story is surprisingly not very, cool at all, and actually very dark at many points. If you read Jeanette McCurdy's book, then this is probably right up your alley. Yeah, I also just love the cover. I think it's so fun. This book is also so readable. It moves pretty fast, and it's a good time. The New York Trilogy by Paul Auster. I could sit here and talk of postmodern interpretation, mystery novels. See, this book is written in such a detached way that at first it's kind of weird and hard to get into, but the more you read it, the more you can't stop. It's addictive. The voices in these three stories start off as kind of like committed stalker sort of vibes, then like detective-y, and then just something else. Something else, truly. Yeah. It's less of satisfying like crime-solving mystery than a brain teaser / open-ended mishmash. Forget I said mishmash. Low-key, yeah, mishmash. And you know what I'll say? Endless party, high energy, zero chill. Unpack, DIY your own existential crisis. The Cosmic Stereo Club. Your club traverses terrestrial barriers with music. Clubhouse seating is entirely beanbags. Just one question for you, if I may. Have you been feeling stuck lately? Just be honest. Have you been feeling like you're not living life as your true self? Because this kind of sounds like a scream for help, a cry for help. Why, yes. The Pearl by John Steinbeck is a retelling of an old Mexican folktale. In essence, this book is about, quote, the fall from innocence of people who believe that wealth erases all problems. This is a book about obsession, tragedy, humanity, love, all of the above. It's a short read, but it's a touching read, and it'll stay with you long after the last page. This is like if a beanbag chair was a book, but then you just busted it open and all of like the little beads inside the beanbag chair are just like everywhere on the ground, and you're like, what do I do now? That's this. Cosmic Stereo Club. Thank you. Xavier reluctantly goes to visit his dad and his new stepmom. They're staying in a cabin. Everything's fine. But then one day, he exits the cabin and he discovers that they're no longer in the plot of land that they were in before. They're in a completely new place, and they're trapped inside a dome. 3 years go by of them being trapped in the dome. They don't know how they got in that situation, but 3 years go by, and a new family arrives, and the events of this book start at that point. This book was wacky, disorienting, but also so fun and poignant, so I highly recommend. This is the first love and coming of age story to dominate all first love and coming of age stories. I'm not going to say much about it. I'm just going to give you the premise. In 16-year-old Odile's world, this is her town. To the east is the same town, the same people, but 20 years ahead. To the west, 20 years in the past. One day, she realizes that the parents of her dear friend, Edme, have been escorted to her town, which is the present, on a morning tour to be able to see their son alive in Odile's present. And naturally, she feels compelled to do something about it because she realizes that her friend is going to die. If that's not a killer concept, then I don't know what is. Traversing terrestrial barriers. Clubhouse seating is entirely beanbags, and you should read The Other Valley. The Soft Hearts Club. Your club believes that vulnerability is the key to great music. Its doors are always open. When I look at you, I see someone who is deeply sensitive and feels every emotion possible to the fullest extent. But maybe you've been doing that for so long that you've actually become numb to certain emotions and experiences. So these books should help you feel a little more fulfilled. I'm just going to get this one out of the way. Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. Everyone and their mom has read this. This will warm your heart and break your heart and put it back together again. It's a very accessible book. It's not too long. And it's one that you can read many times without it feeling old or trite. So, yeah. Etta and Otto and Russell and James. This book is so dear to me, and in my opinion, it's best introduced with the line on the back. Otto, I've gone. I've never seen the water, so I've gone there. Don't worry, I've left you the truck. I can walk. I will try to remember to come back. Yours, always, Etta. Yes. Love, memory, regret, talking animals. It's all in here. Speaking of animals, A Dog's Purpose by Bruce Cameron. The coolest thing about reading is that you can access the minds and perspectives of beings and minds other than your own. In this case, a dog. Yeah, I mean, the story is still foundational and very moving and touching and everything you want in a book about man's best friend. I don't know why I said it like that. Recap. Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. Etta and Otto and Russell and James by Emma Hooper. And A Dog's Purpose by W. Bruce Cameron. Cheers. Trying out something new.